This all began, as you know, last week with the fall of Mosul, the second city of Iraq. That has a population of 2 million, and we think up to 500,000 have fled to other areas of northern Iraq, and we don't know how much further fighting we're going to see, and we don't know when the 500,000 who've been displaced can return. The issues we're seeing on the ground are that many people fled with barely a few hours' notice, grabbing what they could, possessions, some cash, which won't last very long, and very soon they're going to need everything from shelter to food to healthcare to water and sanitation in order to prevent a bigger humanitarian crisis.
And how difficult has it been for humanitarian agencies in trying to accommodate the large numbers of people that have fled their homes?
Well, Iraq is really a crisis on top of a crisis. The humanitarian community agencies like the International Rescue Committee have been already dealing with over 300,000 Syrian refugees, as well as 500,000 who were displaced through last year from fighting in Anbar province, another area of Iraq that was attacked by Islamists. But we've never seen anything quite like this, where 500,000 within a few days have been displaced all of a sudden. So I would say we're all running to catch up, but doing our best under the circumstances.
Now, Sanj, what's their reaction to this? So the Iraqis that are escaping, how optimistic are they that there'll be an end to the crisis soon?
Well, I think Iraqis are tired and resigned from what has been an ongoing problem from some time. They don't know when this will end. They're all shocked, despite what they've seen in the last 10 years, at the speed at which their city fell. So I think it's a mixture of shock and also deep concern about when they can return. Iraqis are proud they have similar lives to you and I, homes and houses and cars, and 500,000 of them have just lost that in the space of 48 hours.
How will the situation develop over the next few days or weeks, in your opinion? Can you explain perhaps the best case scenario and the worst case scenario?
Well, I think the best case scenario is that the fighting is halted, or that whatever the offensive by the Islamic State was is temporary, and that a city like Mosul does not remain under such tight control, so that the 500,000 can return, or at the very least that the 500,000 can live in dignity away from Mosul. But these are unlikely odds at the moment. I think what's more likely is that we're going to see continued fighting. We're going to see an offensive probably to retake Mosul, and unfortunately it's the human casualties that concern us, and it's not just the 500,000 who've fled and are worried for their future, but also those remaining in the city who are now on the front line between two sides in an increasingly desperate conflict.